How are you all doing tonight? We're gonna... we're doing a practice. This is like a dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
Hey everybody and welcome to the Light Well Live podcast here at the Happy Piranha Cafe. I'm going to keep rattling that in front of the microphone. That's going to sound great.
Are we all good now?
We all good?
Yeah, you didn't put it in hard enough.
You heard it here first, folks.
The light came on, I'm just saying.
I will start.
The light was faking.
For the sake of the podcast listeners, I will start with the recap. Finding this elusive, mysterious, animated teapot separated from their homunculus kin. Cheer, like you did before. The Blackhound clan and Nomni, new Turtle Party member, find an old library with a small treasure pile and a small deck of vellum cards and begin to pull from this deck. Mathias, who doesn't think about about the written instructions, doesn't declare what they draw and pull the cards, but doesn't activate them, when Nomni decides to declare, I draw 3 cards, and summons an avatar of death that is to come for him. The rest of the Blackhound clan wastes no time in letting Nomni know that their time has come, and even offer a guidance and 2 coins for the ferryman. And with that, death comes for Nomni. And here we stand, once more, at the start of this session in the old mage's abandoned keep, the Raven's Perch, upon the top of Split Rock Mountains, north of Lightwell Town, high up in the clouds. You have come a long way from home those few days ago, looking for lost family, and then gone on to lose another member of your family along the way. The idea of the town, a distant thought among the heavy thunderstorm outside this perilous mountaintop keep. The keep has been fraught with danger and perils both magically and mechanically, as you have sporadically made your way around the place. Even with a map, sporadically made your way around the place. I can't stress that enough.
Okay. Yeah.
You've literally gone down here. You know what? Let's turn around and go all the way over there. I mean, I'm not saying bad players. No GM should ever say bad players, but they're bad players. Just really bad players.
Don't judge, okay?
But when you put an animated teacup in there, I don't know what you really expect.
Very true.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Not quite sure of where your parents could be or how to get to them. But for now, a moment of silence broken only by the shaking of porcelain as the teapot you have found rattling in the hands of whichever one of you picked it up in the end, in this library, as the bisected body of your turtle companion, some would say your best friend, and surrogate uncle, lays motionless on the ground. I hand over to the 3 of you. Sorry to exclude you, Tommy. But if you let a character die...
I'm used to it now.
What would you like to do?
Well, that was a turn of events, wasn't it?
That happened, yeah. Mm-hmm. Should we go back to the store place then?
Yeah.
I think that's wise.
Yeah, right.
I think so.
So, anything else in this room?
We've rinsed it, haven't we? We
I think so,
found
yeah.
fruit and
Yes, yeah.
a scroll and some other bits. I've got. We've got a manual about golems now, haven't we? That's useful. Use that on the golem that's in the other place. Yeah, unless you guys want to have another look around, I'm good to go. Hot to trot.
I can't see anything else around in here I want,
let's
so
go.
let's go.
Okay.
Boy, Nomni.
Perfect. Okay, so...
Just like drape a curtain over him or something, so I don't really know what to do.
You know they can't hear you, right?
Really?
Sorry to say.
So, are you guys making your way back to the other room that you came through? So, you have these candles that are floating around your head that have been following you around and illuminating the room with you. And as you move back towards the door, as you get within the proximity, like maybe 5-10 feet of the door, those candles begin to just float up into the ceiling and then hover around, creating this ambient light above you. And, you know, you can see the door ahead of you. You can see that the handle... You know, in comparison to, like, the damp room that you're in, you maybe see, like, a little condensation coming off the handle. And I think if there was a character in that room that had just walked in and found a fire elemental in their face, what kind of noises would they hear through that room?
I was a kobold in there.
Do you even know what a kobold is?
It's a little lizard boy.
I'm a little lizard boy.
That's quite accurate, actually.
Yeah. Listen, I know nature.
But I must say, we only saw an elemental in there, so is there something else in there?
Yeah, a kobold, obviously.
I go to open the door.
Okay, so you open the door and you know full well that like what you left in that previous room was you running from a fire elemental. The room itself was like heavily scorched. It was some kind of old study, and you guys decided that actually you didn't need to fight, you could just run onwards. You open the door. The handle is warm, but it's not burning to the touch. And although it should be, you know that it's not. And you've experienced this before coming through it the other way. As soon as you open the door, the sounds of that screaming is louder. And you step foot into this charred old study, and you can see this fire elemental bearing down upon a creature. Tommy, would you like to describe what kind of creature they see?
So you see a kobold, but a kobold... You can tell it's a light-coloured kobold, but you're not sure what colour it actually is, because it's so full of dirt and grime and soot that you're just not quite sure what colour it is. And it's very, very small for a kobold, 1'8". So he's really, really small for a kobold.
Wow.
Blue eyes, piercing blue eyes.
See, Matty, I know what a kobold sounds like.
And you can see him crouched, sort of not crouched, but like leaning down in a sort of very uncomfortable looking position as this fire elemental bears over him.
I need you all to roll initiative for me, please.
Okay.
Close
so,
the door.
As per normal, there are D20s out on the table for you. If somebody wants to grab a D20 and roll it and shout out what they get, then yeah, we got one over there. So, what have we got? 7 on the dice. Thank you very much. That is going to give me, with a +3 of an initiative count of 10, the fire elemental is going to be up there. So I'm going to start down with the ladies down here. Arabella.
That is a lovely 5.
Oh, good. Goody, goody, goody. Bonnie Blackhelm.
A rotund 22.
22. God damn.
Yeah.
Kip.
23.
Oh, lovely. And Matthias.
And a 16 for me.
16. So, you are going to get the jump on this creature, and I think because you guys know what's in here, it's only the sounds of this creature calling out, or maybe it's up to you if they're calling out, if they're just like, oh my god, fucking fire's alive. That's up to you how they deal with that situation. But yeah, you can see, and you know this thing is aggressive. You know this thing is going to be trying to hurt this creature. We jump into, at the top of the initiative, Kip, you are actually first, as you are, I guess, currently already engaged.
Oh, yes. So,
congratulations.
I have a question. Is it within 5 feet of me? Is it in combat distance of me?
I will let you decide if it's bearing down on you as it's coming across the room or if it's on top of you. You can absolutely make that decision.
I like the idea that it's already over the top of me. So I'm going to take disengage as a bonus action to begin with.
Okay.
Because I think that's only fair. And I'm going to move 30 feet away from it, please, as far as I can.
You get about 15 foot back to the end of the room. So the room itself is 15 foot wide and about 35 foot long.
I will do that. Yeah,
Okay.
So I'll do that. I'll disengage as a bonus action. I'll move as far away as I can. And then longbow, because
Okay.
I have martial weapon proficiency. So, here we go. Oh, wow. 19, 20, 21, 22. Does a 24 hit?
A 24 definitely hits.
Excellent. So, let's see. That's 1d8 plus 3, 7, 8, 9, 10 piercing damage.
Okay, it's not magical, is it?
It's not magical, no.
Okay, that is going to be halved, I'm afraid.
But I do have weapon mastery, and with the bow, that is slow, so its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
Okay. And that's it. That's my turn.
So, describe to us how you, step back. What's it look like when you draw this bow? What's it look like when you take the shot?
So, when he moves out of the way, he doesn't just run. He does like a backwards roll and then jumps across to the other side of the room. He turns around with his bow already strung with an arrow. This arrow just shoots straight through the fire. I assume it doesn't do too much damage, but you would see some of the flames burst as the arrow passes through.
And I think you just it sounds like a fire spitting and hissing. It's like, as it goes through, almost like going around the arrow. Very much, you see like fire separate when you see like a gust of wind move through it. That arrow causing that slipstream and causing it to move apart. Bonnie Blackhelm.
Hello.
As you all burst into the room, you see this arrow ting, like hits the wall next to you.
And
they were trying to attack you. No. Let's do PvP. That always seems great.
Well, she's the only one Blackhelm who hasn't kind of been involved in a Tommy death yet, so it's about time. Bonnie is seeing this arrow fly, like almost on like impulse, is going to draw from her quiver and attack with her +2 longbow.
Nice.
That she now has.
I will tell you this is magical.
Oh, it's not going to hit though. Oh, I've got an inspiration I haven't used yet.
Use it.
Use that. It's better. 19 to hit.
Hits.
And I'm going to do 8 points of damage.
Okay, and that is not half because that bow is magical. And tell us what it looks like. Describe the attack. Describe how it hits.
I think Bonnie is kind of you see her like posture kind of improves every time she draws back the bow. There's a lot of it's clear there's skill there, and it's a lot of practice, and it almost looks stiff when she kind of goes, but the release is just so smooth, so poetic, and with this new bow particularly, you can see like the muscles in her arms are just like bulging, and you can see that farmer background in her as she looses this arrow. And I think just this little bit of hair that has just come down from the ridiculously long braid just like whips around with it in like a really cool way. It just goes, now that's how you fire an arrow.
The arrow itself goes into the target. You expect it to go through the fire, but it actually thunk and sticks into the creature, this elemental, and you watch the fire burns up the arrow really quickly, but it lets out this awful hissing noise, like almost like somebody throwing water onto wood. It did not like that, and you watch as this like pure white, like pin drop eyes and this like burning white hot mouth like comes through from the front side that was facing this kobold and like reverses through the actual elemental to face you.
Bonus action Hunter's Mark. Because I forgot to do that at the beginning, so I'll do it now.
Matthias
Okay.
Blackhelm, you are up.
I think he thinks back to when he was fighting it before with his bare fists. And I believe he got burnt every time he went in for an arm strike. But he has a dagger on him that I think he's picked up. And he's going to sort of flip it around and go, all right then. And he will run in and make a melee attack against him with a dagger.
Okay.
And he's going to disengage and then run back. That's basically what he's going to do. Okay, that's what I'm doing. You're basically jab.
Got a knife.
I believe that's a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits. You take
Oh, I still take damage? God.
3 points of fire damage as you go to strike with the knife, and it's like a lick, like a pseudo pop. Fire like licks out and grabs your hand as you make contact. But you do damage. Is it a +1 weapon or anything?
Is a +1 weapon.
So it's going to be magical. All the damage is going to go through.
That is 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh, another. And maybe that's why it like lashes out at you. It's not expecting much,
Yeah.
but like as you strike in with this magical blade, it just lashes out, and you get that same hiss. This like very much like this magical face, almost like a pumpkin carved face, begins to like grow and look like it's going to try and bite around you.
Cool.
So you've run in, you've taken an attack.
Disengage as a bonus action. And I'm going
Nice.
to run back out of the room, back to the library.
Lovely.
That was really good, Matty.
It still hurt me though.
Yeah, but it looked really cool.
Run under a cold tap.
I can't do that much more though. I'm going to, topple.
Yeah, all right, fair play.
Well, it is now a fire elemental's turn, and you can see it's not holding its form together very well. You guys have dealt a lot of damage to it in the first place before you went through into the other room, and now it's engaged with this creature. You can see that like it's maybe had time to recover somewhat, but it wasn't all the way there. It was engaged with you first. However, you actually landed a magical hit, so I'm afraid
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm coming for the Countessa. As it sees a horse.
Bring it, bitch.
I just want the horse dead. All I want. I don't care. I'll kill his character again and again and again until you give me the horse. I will hold his character ransom.
I say to you, sir, nay.
Take an inspiration point.
Yeah.
It moves up to you and it will actually. I believe it can encompass your space.
Cool.
So it will. Yeah. Okay, it's going to move up to yourself. It's going to make a touch melee weapon attack against. It will be yourself. So could I have a d20 from somebody out there, please? There you go. Go on over there. Go for it. Yep. Fine. Oh, come on. Roll better than that. I want them dead.
That's what we want.
I'm going to make them kill a horse. I am going to make you as an audience kill an animal.
You can't possibly kill the Contessa because she's even got a character sheet.
Yeah.
Look, this is what you'd be killing. You can't kill the Contessa.
What's her AC?
15.
Oh, it doesn't hit anyway.
She has 25 hit points.
However, it does go into your guys' space, and you are going to take... so the first time it enters the creature's space, on that turn, that creature takes 1d10 fire damage. So you're both going to take... That rolled forever. That is 6 points of fire damage each.
Okay.
Anything that you're not wearing or anything that would be loose would catch fire. And you are technically on fire until somebody takes an action to douse that fire.
I'm on fire.
But Matty, you watch as you run back into the library. This elemental, just like it did to you, I think, before, gets all up into the Contessa's space. And unfortunately, riding Contessa, Bonnie is also engulfed in that flame. Okay. That is the end of its go. Arabella Blackhelm.
Hello. How is Bonnie for health?
She's fine.
I've been better. I've definitely been. I'd put it at 26 out of 44 if I had to map it.
Would perhaps ice douse flame?
You ice knife me.
I definitely, yes. Give me an Arcana. Give me, it is Arcana in this game. Oh my god, I've been playing so much Paizo.
That is a 7.
Ice knife will stop this thing.
Fuck off.
Killing a horse as a sacrifice is a way to end an elemental creature.
It's so tempting. It is the best spell I have.
If you do it, I'll give you an inspiration point.
You're such a bitch.
You know what? For the lols.
The lols.
I'm afraid, I think Arabella, she knows that horse is strong. She knows her sister is strong. She sees this
Oh my God,
as
Siobhan's gonna kill me.
No, I'm not.
She killed me.
And she almost sees this as like a redemption.
This is a redemption
somehow.
arc.
Yeah. If she kills this fire elemental and douses the fire, this is her logic, you see.
Yeah, do it. I will give you the inspiration point if you do it.
You know, this bribery is working. Okay, so obviously hitting the elemental.
Yep, go for the elemental.
Is that cocked or is it just?
Can you rest?
Can you
another
rest the dice on it? That is cocked.
No, cocked.
Good. Oh. That is a 12.
So close.
Yeah.
You do have the inspiration point, though.
That's very true.
Thank you. Yeah, so she kind of conjures this ice, really confident. It's like, yeah, I'm going to save the day, and just yiffs it into the ceiling.
I will let you use that inspiration point right now if you want to.
Yeah.
He giveth and he taketh away.
Joke's on you, because I roll like shit. That's a 7.
Okay. So it launches.
Not to kill myself, but it does still explode.
It does still explode. How's it look like when you cast this spell, when it hits the wall next to them all, and then explodes, causing them all to have to make a reflex saving throw? Or dexterity saving throw in this game?
Well, how does it look after it hits a wall? It just... hits a wall, explodes, shards go everywhere. Can it, I don't know if I can choose where it hits on a 2 roll. Can I hit the wall like so it won't hit anyone else?
Absolutely not.
Damn.
So I do need, if somebody wants to roll a d20 for the fire elemental for me, there we go. 9 plus its reflex of 6. Ooh, so 9 total, which I'm assuming is going to fail your spell save DC.
What was the number again? So
9.
Yes, it does fail, yeah.
Okay, the Countessa and...
So Bonnie on a dexterity saving throw. Oh, that travelled. 22.
Nails it. I had faith in you,
The
sister.
Contessa.
So now one, they have a heart attack.
I'm who I'm going to give my inspiration to. Oh no. It's a 9.
Okay, so it's going to be full
You kill my
damage.
horse, I swear to God.
Is it half damage for the people who saved on the ice knife?
Yes. it
Okay,
is.
so roll up the damage of the exploding ice knife at the
Actually,
correct
wait,
level.
wait.
I think you've hurt us more than you have other
Yeah.
creatures.
It doesn't say anything about half damage, so I think they just don't take any. It says target in each creature must succeed on a dex or take 2d6 cold damage. It doesn't say.
Okay, cool. So 2d6
Yeah.
for both the fire elemental and for the Countessa. How much HP does the Countessa have?
18 currently. She's
Oh,
25
Oh,
total.
she's fine. I'll do
You
the
kill
elemental
my
first.
horse.
Elemental's 3.
3 points
Yeah.
of fire damage.
Countessa. 7.
Points of ice damage as it just and peppers these two, and it just like it hits the elemental, causing like that sizzling sound again. But then it hits the Countessa. I mean, what kind of noise does the Countessa make?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bonnie. I didn't think that was gonna happen.
You're dead to me! I'm gonna cut your hair off in your sleep!
Choosing to ignore that.
Anything else from your
How
go?
dare you? Does it douse the fire though? If it's a bit chilly in the area?
No.
Damn. I thought I'd ask. I'm gonna stay where I am.
You see them still heavily on fire in the
Yeah.
elemental
I
space.
think she's kind of just. It's almost when you've got such confidence that's then completely snuffed out, but she's like still trying to act like really like, yeah, you know, I meant to do that. It's fine.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Contessa actually takes half of that because of my feat, mounted combatant. If your mount is subjected to an effect that allows it to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, it instead takes no damage on a success and only half on a fail.
to take half damage.
Fuck. Reading. Now it's only take. Oh yeah, no, got it. Go. Fuck.
Takes the full
Shit,
damage, I'm
takes full
afraid.
damage. You're dead to me.
At the top of the round, Kip, you watch as this fire elemental that was bearing down on you all of a sudden makes a change. It moves away from you and starts heading towards some dwarves at the other end of the room. One runs in with a knife and tries to hit it. Another one hits it with an arrow that seems to stick into this creature, unlike your arrow. And then you just see a shard of ice launch out from the library and smash into this creature and into a small horse now buried within it. What would you like to do?
Are any of these allies within 5 feet?
Not of you, no, but
Of
they are
the creature?
Oh, absolutely.
Great, that means I get
I'm
advantage.
inside it.
And as a rogue, that's good. So I am going to. I'm just going to stay where I am. Draw my longbow. You hear the creaking of the bow from in the corner. He's just like, time to die. And
That horse has got to go.
so that wasn't good. Luckily, I have advantage. That's better. 19.
Going to hit.
Excellent. And I get to do sneak damage. So I roll the first amount of damage. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. And 17 damage.
Which would be halved,
Yes.
but it's still enough. How do you destroy this creature?
Yay.
My God.
So this arrow shoots through it, hits the wall, rebounds, and shoots through it again. And the arrow splits into several pieces like shrapnel, and you just see bits of fire flying out, and these bits of like arrow shafts set on fire. And it's almost like a firework, as it almost explodes. Well, like a firework.
And we watch as this creature across the room, embers settling. You can see the soot all around has been kicked up a lot in this movement. You are still on fire.
Yep.
As we move to your go.
But it's gone, yes.
It is gone.
Cool.
Just gonna see if it's at the top of your round. So, someone takes action to just create fire damage to start. At start of your turn, you are going to take some fire damage. So
Cool.
the contester is going to take 2,
Oh, shame
Respectable.
and then yourself, you will take 8.
that. Better that way around.
Stop, drop, and roll. That's what
And a
they
horse
say.
lands on top of you. It is your go. Obviously, you can spend an action to like pat out the fire and stuff like that.
Yes, I will do that.
And as we watch these embers fall within the room and we watch everything go silent once more, as maybe the rest of the Black Hound clan come up to you, you see this kobold on the other side of the room, and I hand over to you, the players.
What's wrong with you?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I think Arabella is going to her hand just starts glowing with this kind of really gorgeous, like warm light, and she kind of just not really looking at anyone, just kind of in the like just the staring into nothing, just touches Contessa and casts Cure Wounds as she stares vacantly into the distance with guilt and shame. Yes, so what do you get? 2d8. That is not a d8. It's the pyramids.
Sexy pyramids.
Ooh, that's good. And then 11 points.
Tasty heal.
She's like, I'm so sorry. I just let the power go to my head. I don't know what to say. I just wanted to help.
What did you think was going to happen?
I thought I was going to kill the fire thing, and then I was going to put the flames out on you.
Hello, little kobold.
You're not here to kill us, yeah?
If so, my sister's really good at that.
Why did she attack you?
Because she hates me and my horse.
I don't know.
She's jealous of the bond that we have.
Kip means no harm.
Is Kip you?
Yes. Present for you. It gives you a potion of greater healing. You look like you need it.
I do actually. How do you know?
You're covered in blood. There might be some bones
I
showing.
might be a bit wounded.
I don't think that's all his either.
I'd immediately down that greater healing potion.
That's 4d4 plus 4 healing.
Ooh, tasty.
God, I need
So
it.
you see this kobold like instantly like bringing out like potions and healing goods. Yeah, and I suppose what kind of like armor is Kip wearing? Like what's their equipment?
He's wearing like a sort of a studded, padded armor. And the armor's in quite good condition considering. As I said before, he's a light-coloured kobold, but you're not quite sure what colour he is. He's covered in soot and dirt. It almost looks like a black kobold, but you can see little light bits underneath. You can tell his scales aren't black. He's 1'8", so he's really, really quite small. But yeah, and you see a loot on his back as well.
Well, hello, Kip. Why are you here? What's happening?
What brought you here?
I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit on fire.
Present. He'll give you a potion of greater healing.
Thank you, Kip. You can stay.
I'd like to help.
Do I not get a present?
No.
A single tear. Just
Kip will wait to see if you do ice knife on him first. And
Is
then
that a
maybe present later. Oh, okay. I'll give you present.
Oh.
He like looks through his thing. You could just see him like put his backpack down. You just see all this stuff going behind his back, and he gives you a potion of healing, just a normal potion of healing.
Oh, you didn't have to, my friend. Thank you.
Oh,
Graciously accepts.
Just a regular one, is it? Big brother got a bigger one. Thanks, Gran.
It's like a backhanded compliment. It's just a regular potion of healing.
But they've got big ones.
How did you find yourself in this place?
Kip was looking for trinkets of the past.
Oh.
Trinkets stolen from a temple.
Oh.
Yes.
There's quite a few of them in here.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
I didn't
None
find...
that we've got on us, though.
I didn't find what I was looking for.
Are you looking for anything specifically? Or?
Yes. Kip doesn't want to say.
Oh, come on, Kip, we're all friends here. Well, most of us.
Kip doesn't know you well enough yet.
We have only just met him.
Well, we could give you a present, Kip. You've given us a present. What have I got?
As long as it's not an arrow.
Oh, it's not an arrow. Definitely no. No, I need those.
Could I offer you a trinket of my own craft?
Okay.
I think Arabella rustles around a little pouch and brings out it's almost like just really shit phrase, like twine almost. And she's just trying to really intricately weave like dried berries into it. Bit of mistletoe berry, bit of like a really shriveled up like raspberry that leaked a little bit.
He sort of patters up to you. And
I spent hours on this, my friend.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's one way to use it, but
Tastes good.
I mean, that's been in my pocket for 5 years now, so
I'll eat the rest later.
good for you.
It's gone to good use, all right.
So what are you here for then?
It's just told us, Arabella. Jeez.
No, specifics I'm after.
I was looking for trinkets, as I
No,
said.
specifics.
Well, I was looking for specific trinkets.
Okay. That's how you're playing it then, that's fine.
He's got you there.
Yeah, can't blame a combo for doing that.
Maybe I'm
well,
not the best for this task.
Have you been through the stormy bit yet, Kip? Because there's some trinkets in there.
Kip can't remember.
Have I?
Probably not, no.
No, probably not.
I think you would have been, just for podcast, I'm going to show Tommy a map, because he's not got a map tonight.
I forgot it.
You've probably been in and around these areas here, and it was in this room.
Kip doesn't know what you're talking about.
Well, Kip, we've actually been extensively through this tower, and we've found, a few odds and ends that have been no interest to us, but might be of interest to you. We found most recently this teapot.
Oh,
And we're going to reunite it with its teacup child.
oh, that sounds like a really good quest.
Do you want to come?
Yes,
Cool.
that now is my primary goal.
It feels like we should have 4, including a horse, and not 3, including a horse. So
You should play the horse. I've had you dead in no time.
contestant
Damn
is
it.
mine.
Oh, shucks. But you putting together another member of this party, stand there in this soot-covered old study, thinking about where you've been so far on the map that you've got and what you've found. Where's next for the Black Helm Clan and Kip?
I think we should go back to the stormy bit.
Oh, we'll need to stop off by the hot god room so that Kip can make an offering.
Do we have anything that we can offer? Because trust me, Kip, if you go in there, you're going to die.
I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
I don't know. You're the magic one. What magic you got on you, Arabella?
We did say potions of healing work, didn't
Yeah.
we? I've got a potion.
there
I've
you
just
go.
got it, so I don't mind.
I have one thing that's precious, but I have a potion of supreme healing.
No, you keep that one.
No, we'll
Kip.
just use
Yeah,
our basic
yeah.
ones, yeah.
There's a very far and few between.
I could give you that one and you give me the other potion.
Or you could keep it, Kit.
I don't
And
mind.
maybe someone who learns not to use ice knife on their family members can earn that privilege.
Okay.
How long is it going to be, Bonnie, until you forget about it? Because
At
I
least
don't want to hear about it for years on
At
end.
least another room.
It sounds like a
I
family
won't
matter.
hold the grudge. Listen, look, and I'm just going to pull Matty aside a little bit. Look, this is like the time when we were kids and she did, when she just buried all our shit in the back garden.
Oh, I remember
And we
that.
had to spend hours digging it all up again. And she, Uncle didn't even tell her off or anything.
That did piss me off.
It
I have to
pissed me
say.
off as well.
Yeah.
I had a really nice ceramic horse. It was ruined. But, she's got to learn. She can't be the baby forever.
Wow. Are you okay? I'm just going to stop the game for a second. Genuinely,
Safety
Steph, are you
checking.
okay? Safety check.
I'm fine. I'm just middle-childing it.
Yeah.
It's all good, bro.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Listen, I get really into the craft.
Just don't give her too hard of a time, all right?
No, if I'd given her a harder time, I would have punched her in the tit.
And we all know how that goes.
Yeah, not well.
Yeah, exactly.
So there, I've been alright.
As long as it doesn't get there, we're fine.
It won't get there. She did heal
Good.
the Contessa. It's fine.
Right.
It's not like the Contessa can die anyway. And I'll just walk away.
No context.
The Contessa's pretty old. The Contessa appeared probably the day after their parents left.
Oh, so she's got hip dysplasia and bad heart.
Cataracts.
She's blind.
No, she's just visually impaired. It was a joke, not canon.
I don't know. I feel like saying
Hashtag not on the record.
I feel like if you say anything at a D&D table, that's canon, isn't it? That's how it works. It's like, oh no, you said it out loud, therefore that's how you're supposed to play the game, right?
I'm sorry, what is this Gygax era?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't know. He said bad things.
Yep.
What are you doing?
We head back to the stormy area.
Hot God room first, so
Hot
Kit
God
can
room.
get his boon. And then stormy area.
So I assume you're going to take a safe path of travel that you've done
Yes.
before. You're not going to explore somewhere,
Oh, no.
explore somewhere new. You're going to take, back the way through the potion room, the dining room, the armory room without touching anything in the armory room. To get to the room that...
Oh yeah, the Dilf room.
The Dilf room.
It's the same size room as the fire elemental room. It's a 15-foot wide by about 35-foot long chamber, but this one is made up of these beautiful tiles, and it's very different from the stone aesthetic of many of the other rooms. Obviously, in the center of this room is a statue of a strong, muscular male with this eye patch and long flowing hair. They look up as if they're looking towards the sky with their left arm raised up as if they were trying to grab the sky itself. Their right arm outstretched towards you with an open palm. And again, you see that shelf to the right-hand side that is now bereft of anything. Obviously, at the far end of that room, on the left-hand side, is a barred door to a cell. And, if you want to go up there and look at the visceral remains of your uncle, you absolutely can.
Sounds like fun.
Or you can stay down this end and... remembering there is a mace in that room. Big, shiny mace.
I don't think there's anyone that can use it really here now.
No, not really. No.
Not anymore,
Rip.
unfortunately.
Did we
Right.
need to make an offering for the teapot as well? Or
We
was
did,
it,
yes.
So we need 2 magical
We need
items,
2
I
magical
think.
items.
Just
An offering for the what?
The teapot.
or a mission.
Yeah.
Who's holding the teapot, by the way?
Teapot's
I
riding
think
the
you
Contessa.
were, weren't you? Yeah.
Right.
So we've got a little magical potion that we can put in. We also pick up another spell scroll in the library. We could put that in.
Yeah.
What spell was it? Was
I'll
it
tell ya.
Was it something we can use or
Witch bolt.
never heard of it? Sounds like shit to me.
So we'll give that as well. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Sound. Yeah.
Right.
So
We'll let Kip do it just to make sure it works.
Can I have a D20 roll for somebody out there, please?
stop
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I don't like this.
No.
Oh.
Ooh.
Damn it! I was literally about to say, please be lower than a 10. You watch as the teapot, like as the contest is moving, is struggling to balance. It's already bulbous enough as it is. It's unbalanced. And the reason I wanted to know who had it is because I wanted to know if it was going to drop at all. You see it go to 4, basically. It's a contestant makes a move, but it seems to like luckily right itself enough, and it's like one hand is coming out of the aperture of the spout, the other one is the handle itself, and it's just like...
I'm just going to pick it up. Careful now. I'll give it the spell scroll. You've got to put it in the hand.
I mean, okay. Give me a... does it need it? Give me a diplomacy check. Oh,
It might
persuasion
need
check.
it. Oh, I'm really infamously shit at those. Persuasion.
Yeah.
13.
Okay.
That's with a -1. No.
You give it the spell scroll. Was the spell scroll found in the library?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it takes the spell scroll, and then its other hand comes up to like remove the lid of its own teapot, and it goes to put it inside.
In the hand. So, and you put, it goes in there, because then you'll go through and no break. Be all good.
It doesn't have a face, so you can't look confused.
Yeah, drop it in there, and then you won't break when we take you to the teacup.
Okay, cool. It puts the scroll onto the hand of this tidal god, this storm god, this effigy of them, and the spell scroll is. You watch as like thunder and lightning crackle in the room, and the spell scroll looks in an instant like it's been hit by lightning and just is gone.
Cool. Kit, your turn.
You could put something on the hand of the... What? You called it
He
Dilf?
grabs out the other thing. He's got a
Dilf
potion of supreme
Oh no, swap it
healing.
out for this. Have the common one. You can keep that one.
Okay. What do I do?
Put it on the hand.
Put it on, Daddy.
Do you need a lift? Do you need a lift?
For podcast listeners, he put it on his own hand. Take a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
On the hand of the statue.
I'm very short. You lift me up.
Oh, grab Kit by the waist.
You're also short, but not as short.
And yeah, he'll put the normal potion in the thing.
Okay, so
And you have the potion of supreme now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
once more, you put it in there and you watch as this like thunder and lightning crackles around the room, and the magic item is gone. For the next 24 hours, I believe it is, I'm going to double check, you are immune to lightning damage.
They probably don't have long left. Considering how long they put it in the
Then we should
dungeon.
probably go now.
I'm nice and fresh.
But for how long?
But yeah, you feel this like surge of power through you. You feel like the tingle of electricity in the room, and then you feel yourself become one with the atmosphere, and you can tell that the electrical charge isn't going to hurt you. As the rest of these dwarves, who have just told you to basically get rid of a magical item, stand there, and you tell me what you're doing.
Right, let's go. Back through the stormy
Let's
place.
go. Yep.
Let's try and get out of here.
Sounds good. With our parents, hopefully.
Yeah.
That was why we came here.
I keep forgetting that's why we came here. But yeah.
There's other things going on. There's like teapots and stuff in here.
Teapot's wicked.
So you move your way south through this room and into what is called, this like garden area of a room. It's a large square room. It has this like large tree, and as you look up to the canopy, you see the break in the trees and the sunlight coming through, that gentle wind that is all around. And you know that to the immediate west, there is a metal door that has depictions of like lightning and different storm-like effigies on them. I presume you were going in the room.
Remind
do
me,
indeed.
in the tree room, how long was a long rest boiled down to? Because it was a magic resting tree, wasn't it?
I will have to have a look. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Don't think it was long rest territory.
I believe it was.
I think it was. I think we
You
got
have literally written long rest room on your map.
There we go.
You gave us
Evidence.
Steph wrote
I
it
think
down.
you may have written that.
I don't think so. I'm fairly sure.
pretty sure we
we
had a
got a
long
full
rest.
long
I believe
rest.
it's written in the
I'm going
prophecies.
to read the room to myself.
Read the room. Because if it had been a short rest, I would have written short rest room.
Because you haven't taken a long rest since you've been here.
But we have, because we used shit, and then we went to the room, and then we had more shit.
Oh, I may have forgotten something.
Because didn't I have to attune to the
Yeah, 'cause
quarter
you-
staff,
yeah.
which
We
I
definitely had a long rest
We definitely did.
in the tree room.
I wonder if you just took a long rest and it was a long rest. Because I haven't got
It was
anything
the
about
magic tree.
I mean, that would only be 8 hours, though.
Yeah, because I haven't
it's not
actually got
that
anything
bad.
written down on the actual dungeon map itself about that.
Cool.
So unless there was something going on when you acquired this staff, which I will double check elsewhere.
Because if I remember correctly, you said something about being able to meld time in
Yeah.
some ways. And although it would normally take 8 hours, you said it was like 4 or something. The thing it was definitely reduced.
Yeah,
I remember
it-
something like that.
You,
But I
you
don't know
might
by how
be, you might
much.
be very well right. Let's say this. I will allow you to take a long rest in 4 hours in there.
Maybe on the way back.
Not now.
How are you looking?
I'd say about half full.
I mean, I'm not far off full.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
less
fine.
burnt.
All right.
She's fine.
I'm healthy.
Contessa's fine. And immortal, so
Fine. Let's keep going then.
yeah, let's
All
go.
right.
Because I'm losing track of how long we've got left
Sure,
on our
sure.
boots.
Yeah.
All right.
So if we get in, get what we need to do, then we can rest on the way back.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to use a potion actually because I am on like 9 hit points, which I didn't look at. So I'm just going to really quickly down a just a healing potion.
Cool.
Just bear with.
So through the storm gate we go.
Indeed. We head into the forge
Ooh,
room.
lovely.
Okay, into the storm gates we go.
Lovely.
Right.
Comfortable.
So, this room is filled with the elements of a storm. It rains profusely from a cloudy ceiling. The sound of the storm outside can be heard clearly in this room. And as you look up at the enchanted ceiling, you can see it clearly replicates the scene outside. You see, as the clouds part every now and again, the peaks of high mountains, but also that of a taller tower to the east as lightning strikes a large metal rod that reaches into the sky from the tower's highest point. You begin to make your way across the room to the only other door, which is directly to the south. Lightning comes down like it's going to strike against you, but seems to move its way around your body like there was some kind of force field or shield or magical presence in the way to deflect and refract the lightning away. However, on the back of the Countessa,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
the teapot shatters and explodes.
No!
And for a split second, you're like, what the fuck? You watch as the pieces begin to start fly back towards each other, and you see that the gold begins to like liquefy and start filling those gaps again, and you watch the teapot reform into its shape. As it's on the ground, as it does that, it then continues to walk forwards, and about 6 seconds later, another lightning bolt comes down and shatters the teapot apart.
No!
And again, it repeats that same process of the shards coming back together and that metal, that gold, refilling the gaps and reforming it until you get to the door on the other side. You can open the door and re-enter the smith.
Teapot.
And it teeters through in this like jaunty little happy walk.
Teeters.
And you guys enter back into the old forge.
Feels like it's been like 3 months since
Yeah.
we were here.
Yeah. Well, you left it, didn't you, at the start of the last
Yeah.
So, right, let's find the old forge on here. So this is a large room with a small forge to the northwest corner. The forge now cold and lifeless, and a stone golem resides there, but slumped over an anvil. inanimate, with a hammer raised in its right hand and holding a set of half-cast chains over the anvil. There are also chains laid out on the floor near the forge, and these are the chains that you saw before that spelt out the words teapot. I would say the chains don't appear to just be dropped, but actually that's the bit I was just telling you about. The room is cold and lifeless, all except for the sound of that same porcelain rattling that you heard before, as this teacup that you left there previously, worried about the storm gate, comes running up and begins to like jump up at you. It's one hand coming out of the center of the cup, the other one that seems to come from the handle, and it's like jumping up, and then the teapot comes around from the other side, and they just run at each other.
No.
They shatter as they try to embrace, and then you watch them start to form back up again. And you see that like they go to embrace each other, and yeah, you see these two, you think happy beings begin to like, the teapot is like trying to swing the cup around, and yeah, there's this like real like personification happening here where like they clearly have some level of sentience and some level of emotion, and yeah, you think that you have brought back together these two entities. In the meantime, after maybe like 2 or 3 minutes of this like partly dance, partly family reunion in some way, the teapot turns back around to you all. They remove the lid off the teapot, and they reach inside, and you've seen it shatter. There was nothing in there, and they pull out a scroll. And they hand it over to whoever would like the scroll.
I have no use for that.
I'll take it. And seeing this touching display of bonding, just put an arm around Arabella, give her a bit of a squeeze, and hand the scroll over.
She kind of just bows her head, doesn't even say anything, just like a little nod.
It's not ice knife, is it?
What is it actually?
Witch bolt, isn't it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Completely new
It's a
one.
different one. A new one. What is it? What does it say?
So you unfurl the scroll.
Yeah.
Okay. You unfurl it, thinking maybe this is a spell scroll, maybe this is something else. But it just appears to be paper. Give me an Arcana check.
Go on, girl.
Just
Well, that looks
so
bloody
much
useless.
paper. I don't know. It could be.
Thought I was doing something really symbolic, and it turned out to be shit.
Come on, level 9 fireball.
22.
Okay. So,
Books out. Wish, wish, wish,
Wish,
wish, wish,
wish,
wish, wish.
If only.
you joke.
You've given us the deck of many things, so everyone
Anything's
get
possible.
ready to very carefully word anything.
Do we still have the deck of many things?
No.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Left that shit where it was.
So you see this scroll, and you think that the reason it's blank is to be some kind of deterrent or some kind of, it's useless. You know that within the pages of this paper is a strong dimensional magic. Potentially, there's something inside this.
Can I do any further investigation to determine what that is or how I would activate it?
You rolled 22, yeah?
Yes.
Usually, you would have to know the incantation or the keyword to activate an item like this to make it usable again.
Yeah.
Or you could rip it. And by ripping it, you would defunk the magic, but the items might spill forwards.
Interesting. I think Arabella's just gonna, knowing how powerful magic can affect the rest of the group, just roll it up for now.
Okay.
maybe discuss later on, because she is feeling very sheepish right now, and doesn't want to rip open a portal to another dimension quite right now. So
You don't think it's going to be to another dimension. You think it's maybe like a pocket plane or something like that.
oh, okay.
Maybe
not as
like
good then.
a bag of holding, but it's been disguised differently.
Oh.
Whatever you're thinking of doing, I won't hold it to you. Bonnie might.
But not for a
Bonnie.
long time.
I rip it.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck it.
Okay.
I would like to rip the paper, please.
Ribs of pepper.
Rip the paper, yeah.
Always flipping.
There's a specific spell that I want to make sure is the correct one.
No, you know I said I wouldn't hold it to you.
Step, like,
I take
take a step back.
I take no responsibility for this.
Sorry about this.
That's all
Power
right.
word kill. Don't give him ideas.
She just becomes a picture on a paper. At least you could frame it.
My lovely horse. Okay, so you begin to tear the paper, and as you do so, you feel the magic that binds this break, and it's like you turn it over, and a couple of items spill from within. One is a spell scroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get about 400 platinum.
Wow. So Dave, one of our lovely audience members, just went, bloody Nora, what have you done?
So was that 1,000 platinum?
400.
400 platinum.
Nice try.
That wasn't me.
So it was 4,000, didn't you?
400. Sorry, no, that I genuinely wasn't trying to fuck you over. That was just
What was that, 1 million platinum?
It was 1,000 each, wasn't it?
sorry. Carry on.
That's quite all right. A hat of wizardry.
What does it look like?
It's quite literally like very much like the Mage's Apprentice in Fantasia, that like conical hat with like stars and moons on it. You can give me a history check, please.
Oh. History. Who
I'm
used
so
this
in.
before?
Where is my history? There we go. 13.
You think you've seen it in a picture here somewhere in the castle, in the keep. There is also a metal headband falls out of it, which is a headband of intellect.
Ooh.
Okay.
Put that on the Contessa.
No. Come on now.
And a wand of fireballs.
Somebody gave me fire.
Shit, we're all dead.
This is clearly some kind of mage's keepsafe. And
Not anymore.
yeah, quite right you are.
Finders keepers.
These are powerful items. The spell scroll is Meteor Swarm.
Oh.
It's a
Wow.
9th level spell.
So what was that again?
Meteor Swarm.
Oh, that's good.
That's very good.
It's all right.
It'll do.
Well,
Well then.
quite the trove we've got here.
That's a lot of money.
Anything for
It
kids?
is. I mean, there is 400, so I mean there is 4 of us, so I feel
100
Whoa,
platinum
wait.
each.
Hang
100
on
each.
Hang on now.
What?
We've done most of the work here.
Just in Dwarvish.
Kip has only just joined us.
In Dwarvish, I'll be like, it's fine, Matty, because when he inevitably dies, we'll loot his corpse and it'll be fine. We reassimilate it into the clan.
Are you willing to take that risk?
That's a good point.
You saying this in Dwarvish?
Yeah.
He's only small, maybe we can nick it off him.
Yeah. Maybe he could, like, if he proves himself.
All right. I'll let it pass for now.
All right, yeah.
The whole time you guys are speaking, your dwarf, he's just like smiling and looking at you both like,
So
with his
Kip-
big blue eyes.
So
Like,
Kip, what's going to happen here? We're willing to share this with you if you can prove, to be worthy of the Dilf Lord's spoons.
Spoons?
Yeah, that's what I said. The Dilf Lord's spoons. If you can do that, then sure, some platinum's coming your way, kid.
Kip doesn't understand.
Cool. Well, no, you don't understand yet.
Okay.
Do you know what money is, Kip?
What?
It's a very important resource. Buys you alcohol.
No.
Okay, all right. I'll back down from this argument.
Kip is confused. Does Kip get someone up?
Later, Kip.
Oh. Okay.
Have we adopted a child? Is that what we've done?
Apparently, we're not ready for this.
Kip is 19.
Shit.
That is quite old in Kobold.
That is actually really cold in Kobold.
But it's also quite young for us.
Yeah. So, grandpa child?
That doesn't work, Bonnie. Come on.
I don't know. I've got it.
Go on.
It's confused.
I'm still a bit on fire. Right. So
Right.
we've got cool shit. That's cool.
Who's getting what?
I want the wand.
We're
That's
all
fine. I
doomed.
don't want that. You can have it.
No.
Oh, she was like in her head, she thought you were gonna be like, absolutely not. And so she was like really pleased with herself. She's like, yeah.
Just don't do a nice knife on us and you're fine.
Yeah.
But fire is okay.
If it's not at us,
I'll keep that in mind.
just generally, unless it's a healing spell, not at us.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I think we could all use the money.
Yeah, of course.
I don't have a lot of use for a hat.
No, neither do I.
No.
No.
I don't know what it does. To be honest.
We don't have to divvy them all up right now. We can kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mum and Dad might be able to use them.
Yeah. I mean,
They could have been. Who knows what they've been doing these last 20 years? Maybe one of them's discovered wizardry or some shit.
True.
I mean, I definitely don't need the headband. So.
I mean,
Either one of us could. That really could.
either one of us could probably use the headband.
I will also tell you that's level 5.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
sexy.
What does the headband do?
Makes you clever, innit?
Do you need the headband?
I've got +3 cleverness, thank you.
Matthew, if you had to put a number on your cleverness, what would it be?
straight 10.
Oh, maybe you need it. Mine would be an 11.
All right.
Kip is 15.
That's a lot higher.
Thought you were 19.
Kip is smart but not very wise.
I'd happily use the headband if you allow me, but
I mean, yeah.
all right.
I mean, I'm not gonna. It doesn't really go with my aesthetic. The braid's heavy enough.
It's probably like kung fu headband.
it would look cool. It would look so cool on a monk. Yeah. You're like fucking Rambo or something.
Does it suit me?
It looks really good, Matty. Actually,
Oh.
that completes the look.
I think so, yeah.
That's it.
This is what I've been looking
That's
for.
all you've been missing all these years.
Do you add the headband of intellect to your character sheet in a quick
All right. I will do.
Because that will give you an intellect score of 19.
Indeed.
In that case, can I have Meteor Swarm?
Huh?
Can I have the spell scroll
I
then?
have no idea what that is, so you can take
Oh,
it.
I'll go for it, yeah.
Wicked.
Excellent.
For the Dilf! The Lord of the Dilfs!
What is Dilf?
We'll tell you when you're older.
Explain to the podcast listeners and everybody at home and everybody here what DILF is.
So, Dad, I'd like to fuck. I've got no shame, you know this.
I know.
Right. Where do we go from here then? I think there's another room connected to this bit, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, we do have a book on golems. We could bring the golem to life, but that seems effort.
It could be useful.
Should we just do it? You're clever now. You can probably do it.
Oh. You're right. Oh,
Clever now.
just has light bulbs in my brain.
What is it like the maths equations in front of like Mathias's head now? As you just see this like dwarf.
I'm seeing it all unfold. Just everything in front of me.
Do you look into the Tome of Golems?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you open up the Tome of Golems, and you can tell that this has been annotated throughout. And it was originally just a textbook, maybe, that had been in print somewhere before, but then it's been heavily, heavily annotated in somebody else's writing. Could you give me an intelligence check, please?
Yes, I can. 23.
So, you can tell that people have taken these, or somebody in here has taken this golem. They're looking at how to make different golems for different jobs. They're looking at things like, okay, well, this one can be used for like stonemasonry. Then we can use these ones. These would be like defender golems. These ones would be like ones that we could use in different places, and how to equip them with different things. You see annotations on how to imbue them with magic, how to get certain ones to be like essentially defenders, and you can see that they were working towards potentially having them in this place. But the work actually, or the annotation seems to stop about halfway through the book, and you can tell after that it's just a regular book from there on in. But you can see that somebody was looking at the intricate workings of golems and how they can be modified, changed, and how magic can be imbued into them to make them more. Give me one more intelligence check, please.
16.
Okay. There is, towards the back end of the annotation, so halfway through the book, there is one about imbuing commands and about how a golem can give an instruction that it must carry out, and how to install that to become basically its protocol. And that is very, very close to where the annotation ends.
I think we can take control of this golem, but we have to give it very specific instructions and commands.
I sort of word it really carefully.
Protect.
Ooh.
Attack.
Like trot on, canter, jump.
Yes, but less,
Yeah.
less
Less
of the
horsey.
horse. More of the
I've lost
golem.
interest now.
Why I say golem? I said golem.
Gollum.
I must have read that in a book somewhere. I'm not sure.
Just thinking of Lord of the Dilfs again, weren't you?
Lord of the fucking Dills.
One Dilf to rule them all.
That is so wrong.
It's cursed. It's cursed.
Go on, take another inspiration point.
Yay!
Does this golem look like it could fit through any of the doors?
It does. It's quite wide and bulky, but just give me a perception check.
No. That's a nat 1
Oh.
for a 3.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, commands. Protect.
Protect us.
Just
pretty
see what it
good.
does.
Yeah.
Kind of read through the tome once more and sort of command at the golem.
Yeah, you
Protect.
command. I mean, yeah, you shout protect at this hulked, like this slumped over golem. Nothing changes.
I don't think his headband's working.
Maybe it needs to protect us from something.
Okay.
I mean, it's currently not turned on.
You might need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll give you that one for free.
Alright.
The forge in here, obviously, like the room is cold. The forge isn't working. The golem was obviously stopped like mid-work.
Can I try and work out how to get it back online?
That would be an Arcana check, but you would have advantage with the Tome of Golems.
Okay. That's a natural 20
Woo, lovely.
for a 24.
Okay, so you can work out how to reactivate the golem. There's a series of glyphs and runes, and you have to basically activate a power source within the room that you can't see. And you realize, because you begin to follow what are these like arcane rune ley lines that you now see, are like these little grooves in the floor that you thought maybe were for like slag or runoff or something, but actually, really? I don't know if anybody heard that. Under slag.
It's completely involuntary as well.
I mean, I love it. But you see that like there is supposed to be power, and you start to go through the textbook, and you can see that when it comes to like smithing golems and stuff like that, they're usually bound to a forge, and that forge then does require an outside arcane power. And you can tell the power comes from somewhere outside of the room. I don't think you're trained in Arcana enough to really be able to
Nope, that's fine. That's
look
fair.
into that.
Yep, okay.
You don't think you're going to turn it on in this room?
All right. It's not working, but I think there's some sort of source of power that we can't see or haven't seen yet.
Okay.
I don't know if we should just try head on and see
Yeah,
what's
Do we
ahead.
really
Yeah.
need it? Yeah, I think it's, yeah.
Yeah, probably maybe go further in.
Yeah, there might be something there.
I mean, the way we've been going through this place is go one place, leave it, come back later.
Yeah,
So inevitably,
That's how the Black Hounds do it.
yeah, we leave a place, we go back.
But
It's our
why?
family motto.
Why?
For shits and gigs, I guess. I don't know, just...
It's a sense of adventure, you see.
We leave a place, come back.
Yeah.
Black Helm.
Okay.
It's very simple.
And maybe go back again, who knows?
Yeah, that's the other bit, isn't it? Maybe go back.
What are you doing?
I think we should continue forward
Cracking
to that
on.
other room that we haven't been in yet.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Adjacent to this one.
And I
New
think with your map,
territory.
you can... Oh, sorry, after you.
No, I just said,
Oh, sorry, I thought Siobhan was saying something.
oh.
I
doesn't
was
count.
just saying new territory. It wasn't anything exciting. It's fine, don't worry.
You can see that there are two rooms that lead out of here that aren't the storm gates, but that corridor connects as one and would move round to another room you can see on your map. Is that the way that you're heading?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So there is an iron door in the southwest corner that you can open and go through, and you entered into this very narrow 5-foot stone corridor. It's grimy and dusty, and you can tell that there has been foot traffic through here, but probably not in a few days. But the dust has definitely been disturbed compared to like some of the ledges on some of the like the stone masonry. You can see thick, heavy amounts of it, but the floor itself has definitely been scuffed around. You make your way around the corridor until you get to a small 15-foot square chamber where you can start to hear the faint sound of like white noise, like shh, or rushing water can be heard somewhere down a set of stairs in the northeast corner of this room, and that is its only feature, is these stairs.
We're downstairs then?
Yep.
Seems only one place to go.
Down.
Downstairs.
Down the
Down.
stairs. Down the stairs. As you descend the stairs, what becomes apparent is the dampness that begins to creep in around you and the cold. And as you'll make your way into a new room, the sound of rushing water is very relevant.
What is this arcana
Send
sound?
it. You get a message. Whoa! I love that. I'm going to put in front of you a new map.
A new map.
The corner I ripped. This is for my players around the table. You see you enter this like large chamber, and you can see immediately across from you. I'm going to need to see the map and read. I'm standing up. There are no torches in this room, but there is a source of light that comes from a barred wall running the expanse of the room opposite you. So for you, the players, it is this wall just here as you come down the stairs. There is light coming from beyond those bars. The bars on the east wall are separating this large 60-foot rectangular room from a huge chamber beyond, and the sound of rushing water is coming from that chamber. To the north of this room is another corridor that crawls its way into darkness. Can you all make me a perception check, please?
Perception.
Yes, please.
18 for me.
18.
14 for me.
14.
19.
19.
8.
8.
Solid.
And Bonnie, I think maybe you're at the back of the class and you don't hear it.
Do
But
you mean
for-
Arabella?
Yes. You know what?
Women all are the same. Said Ian.
I had a really witty comeback to that, but it was not safe. Am I all right? Safety check.
You okay, Ian? You good?
I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Good.
For Arabella and Kip, you don't hear anything. For Bonnie and for Mathias, you get the sense of some either heavy breathing or the occasional grunt or
Dilf time.
or maybe some heavy breathing. Maybe it's like a grunt or some kind of snort or some kind of snore. You're not sure. It's just on the cusp of your perception.
There's very confusing sounds coming from
That's that's either something that no one should see.
I can't pin it down.
I think they might. Or it's a big sleeping creature.
Possibly.
I'm hoping it's a big sleeping creature.
That's a fucking big room in there.
It is a big room. No one needs that much space.
You are currently at the base of the stairs. I mean, if you want to go across and have a look.
Everyone go just really quietly.
I'm quiet.
Good. We need that.
I can sneak. I'm an assassin.
Really?
Yeah.
To know.
How many people have you killed?
Kip doesn't want to answer that question.
A man of his word, I see.
All right, then, Kip, go and have a look.
If you insist.
Okay, he's going to
Stealth check, please.
He's going to try and stealth.
Do you get advantage on this for anything? No.
So that's a dirty 20. Okay.
Sexy.
So you see him duck down ever so slightly, and he just scuttles across the room, puts his hands on the bars, and looks as hard as he can. He does have dark vision. And I don't know what he says, but
Hopefully nothing. Sorry.
Okay,
That would be ideal.
You make your way across to the other side where you see these bars. Mm-hmm. You go quietly, and you definitely think that you are being stealthy in this moment. And as you creep your way across the room, you bring yourself up, and there's a little ledge before you can get to the bars, and you begin to poke your head over the top of it. And we'll take a 10-minute break.
Oh, cheeky.
Because I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty.
Thirsty,
We're going to
thirsty
take a 10-minute
beach.
break, guys. We'll be back very shortly to see what's in the big room.
Oh, it's exciting to be in a new room.
A whole new floor. A whole new floor.
Oh,
Well, as we all get seated. Ooh.
we're back in the room.
3, 2, 1, you're back in the room. Let me tell you a story about a dungeon master, game master, who earlier today did the smartest thing he's done in a long time. The bottles that have that your man Tristan's drinking from there, that have the small glass balls in it that you have to press down and they stay inside there. I had one of those drinks. And I was stood here and I just worked out how to do it where I hadn't read the instructions and it'd been a while. And I was amazed. I was playing with the ball inside its little capsule area. And I stood here and I turned the bottle upside down while it was filled with drink and just poured it on the floor.
And I was staring at him the entire time.
He just watched me in slow motion. I was like, whoa.
Discovers gravity. Oh my god.
Just fucking forgot it existed. And literally, so there's a small puddle down here where I quite literally poured half of my fucking drink on the floor because I'm an idiot. And that's all it takes, apparently, to watch me just fucking go. Otherwise, we're going to jump back into the second part of episode 5. Episode 5, guys.
5.
As we left off, Kip, our new kobold rogue, to the party. Will they be in the party for an episode? Will they be in for 2? Who knows? I'll kill him soon. Or a horse. Kill the horse and I'll let you live.
No.
The horse must always live.
The horse is a constant. The Contessa holds the fabric of reality together.
Look, I'm the kind of guy that pours drinks on the floor after he opens them. I'll kill a horse if I want to. Oh my god. What am I doing with my life?
Not killing horses.
As you move over to these bars and you put your hands on them and you lift yourself up, this chamber is hundreds of feet long and nearly 100 feet tall. And the bars that you look through are at ceiling height of the room, this huge chamber that you look into. A raging river torrents through the vast cavern beneath this castle. You can see towering platforms and arcane cranes designed for moving heavy objects. And you see stairs to the northeast of the chamber that have completely collapsed. That's what you see in that chamber.
Okay. I'll sneak back to the others. And then I'll tell them what you just said. Because I genuinely
That
can't
was
remember.
really poetic, Kip.
Was there anything dangerous?
Oh, well, the crumbling architecture's pretty dangerous.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, we dwarves know. You see.
Yeah, no, actually, yes. But actually, that's a point. And Bonnie is just gonna go to the floor, and I'm gonna use the stone cunning to. Where's that gone? I was looking at it 20 seconds ago. Features and traits. Gain tremor sense with a range of 60 foot for 10 minutes.
That's really helpful. That's really good. That could be really helpful.
Kip didn't see anything in there that's living.
So what does that give you? Tremor sense for 60 foot?
Yeah.
For 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes.
Holy
So
crap.
sensitive to vibrations in the ground and can automatically pinpoint the location of anything that is in contact with the ground.
Okay, so that heavy breathing, you definitely get a sense of that, and you are like, whoa, that is amplified by the stone, and definitely within 60 feet of you, towards the north, where that corridor disappears off into darkness, you get a sense that something in there has this really deep breathing.
Target pinpointed. North.
Target located.
Breathing heavy. Weight unknown. Classification unknown.
Sherlock the shit out of it. How many should we go take a look? I mean,
But carefully.
of course,
Stealthily.
as Black Helms always do.
Carefully. We're so good at being careful and stealthy. Notoriously good at it.
Maybe Kip should go ahead and
Yeah, I
look.
think that's a really good idea,
yeah.
Kip. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think we should stick together, though.
Yeah, but Kip could go front.
That's fine, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So, stealth check from yourself. Lovely.
Same here.
Oh, did you guys, by the way, level up to level 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
No?
Tommy's didn't think I was going to live that long.
Sorry, when I said ding ding, that was level 5. Yeah, you guys leveled up just before the break.
Well, that might be 60 then. Give me a second.
Yeah, I will let you do that. So actually, while we do that, because actually I completely forgot that I was going to enter with that as well. Did you take anything tasty at level 5, Arabella?
I got a couple of extra spells. I got third level spells, and then I gained the ability to, if I wanted to, use a spell slot to do a wild shape.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I only get 2 wild shapes, but I could use a spell slot to get
Nice.
another one, which is pretty
Bonnie.
cool.
I got a couple of again I got another spell slot, an extra hunter's mark, and my expertise in stealth is now a juicy 10. But I also got an extra attack.
Oh, lovely.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Pew
Mathias.
pew.
And you know who also has an extra attack
Hey, look at us.
is Mathias. And he can also do the ability of Stunning Strike, which is
Stunning.
really fucking
Stunning
good.
base.
Yeah, very, very good.
Because even if they succeed on the save, they get their speed halved.
Yeah,
That is
that's true.
true.
Yeah.
That's really
that's
good.
the new rules, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it's kind of better and a little bit worse in some ways. But
Yeah, but
What
still
about you, Kip?
Well, I got cunning. Where is it? I got bloody hell! I've lost it. I forgot what it's called now. It's I got the cunning thing. The cunning.
The uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge, and I also got cunning action or strike or something, where I can basically, with my sneak attacks, I can do different things. With my special die, like poison and things like that.
Amazing.
It gives me a lot more control on the battlefield, so that could be really useful.
Very, very awesome stuff. So, as you begin to make your way into the room further, do you guys all go via the bars and have a look through, or are you just heading north into the northern corridor?
I think have a look through the bars.
Have a
as we're
cheeky look.
going.
Yeah, so you guys all see the same thing. You see that collapsed stairwell to the northeastern kind of corner of the room. You see in fact, actually, you guys have got the map as well.
Yeah.
That collapsed stairwell, you think back to where you've been.
Yeah.
Especially like when you first got into the keep and that recently collapsed stairwell from the main floor. Then you see like this raging torrent river that literally goes from underneath where you are through and then out of a set of like, it's like a barred off like archway that is a good, it's the width of the chamber on the other side of the room and just seems to disappear off into the open space outside the mountain. And that noise is really quite something. Of like that torrented water. You see like those platforms and like scaffolding that have been erected, but there's nothing that it leads to. It's like individual towers and platforms. And then you also see like there are these arcane cranes, and they have it's like a lodestone at the very top that seems to have these glyphs, and they are just hovering near the ceiling.
I've got 19, by the way.
Okay, as you begin to move your way up into the northern corridor, and obviously for those of you that can see the map, you'll be heading up this corridor here. And there are no lights on, there's no torches, there's no sconces, just the corridor. How far are you going?
Probably until the first room.
Yeah.
Okay, have you got dark vision?
Yes.
Okay. You get to the first room, and you can see that it is barred doors, but the door is open. Give me a perception check, please.
Very well. That's 6 in total.
Woo!
Yeah, you see like an empty cot on the other side of the room, like a camp cot. It's a very dusty, unused room. Like maybe there's like a blanket of some kind, and it's so like moldy and just disparaged now that it's barely holding on.
I'll just reach in through the bars, grab a bit of dust, rub it on myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it seems pretty empty in there by the looks of it. On to the next one. Unless looks like you
Anything
want to
coming
do
from the
something.
tremor sense?
Yes. In the next one over, so if this was the first room for you guys, this first chamber on the left, we'll call this one number 2 and this one number 3. It's in this one here that you're getting that sense of like that heavy breathing through the stone.
I think like Bonnie's kind of got like a hand on the wall and it's like, it's not the second, but the third in which the breaths are heavy.
Okay. Well, let's take a look in the second one anyway as we're passing.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
move up. Yep.
You head up to the next cell. I will keep the stealth check from you before. Do you want to give me a perception check for that one?
6 in total.
Woo!
Yeah, you see the door to this, essentially a cell, is open as well. And in the center of the room is just a lever coming out of the floor.
Oh, lever.
Let-
Could be for the golem thing.
Why is it behind bars?
I don't know.
Very confusing.
Don't trust it. What do you reckon, Arabella?
I don't know. Doesn't look. I don't trust it.
We don't know what it does,
No,
where it goes.
I don't trust it.
We should check what is in the next room first.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the more
Go
immediate threat.
really, really quietly for the next one.
Yeah.
I'm very quiet.
We were even more quiet because this is where something is. The stone says so.
Okay.
Your best quiet, please.
Okay.
You're going to make your way to the next cell. Okay. You can roll a stealth check if you want.
I should probably re-roll it, eh?
Good. It's a 2 on the dice for anybody who can't see it. I can see it from here.
Oh, that's 11.
11? That's not bad from a 2.
Yeah, I'm going to use heroic.
What are you, Paizo?
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration to re-roll that, because that's crap. How do I turn it off? There we go. That's better. So that's a 19.
A 19.
That's better.
Could I have a D20 from somebody out there, please? Over there? Yeah. 6. Perfect.
Yay.
Thank you.
Good job.
You begin to move your way silently towards this other chamber. You can see that there is another chamber to the very north as you get into this sort of range, and it doesn't appear to have a door or bars or anything like that. But the cell immediately on your left, this third one, does have bars, and it is closed. You see another disheveled cell, but this one has occupants. 2 dwarf lay in this chamber. One sleeps on the cot while the other lies on the floor, asleep. You see the one on the floor, this male, is breathing really heavily, like a dwarf in full slumber, like...
We should know that snore from somewhere.
Yeah. That's why it was. Yeah, no,
It makes sense now.
makes sense.
Yeah. There's something familiar about it.
Yeah. Oh, weird
As-
feelings.
The rest of you up in line with the
yeah.
cell?
Yeah.
It's unmistakably hair longer, beards longer on both mum and dad. Your parents in this cell, asleep.
I don't know what to do. Okay, we'll do that.
You call out and you watch as the female dwarf on the bed bolts upright, and you can see that the instant striking resemblance to all 3 of the Blackhelm children. Her auburn, voluminous hair and her big bright eyes, although tired and weary with heavy bags, and this long auburn beard. Her hands are wrapped in dirty cloth, but with the fingers poked through a heavily calloused, not unlike a dwarven miner's hands you'd expect. And her eyes just lock onto you, Mathias, and the rest of you, and they just go wide. And she's like, Cadwick, get up! And you see this dwarven male is yeah. And she smacks him again, and he's like, oh, what? And he sits up, and she's just pointing towards you all. Kids, you made it.
Yep,
Yep.
we did.
Where the fuck have you been?
You see your mother, Helga Blackhelm. She's still just smiling, but you see that melancholy and that sadness behind her eyes. Cadwick, your father, this stocky figure with a broad shoulders, thick black beard. His hair is jet black, and he has this tattoo of interweaving dwarven words on his neck that go up his face and around his right eye. It's a very tribal style tattoo, but made up of dwarven runes and words. You can see now both of them have a metal collar around their neck, and you can see the collar is somewhat suffused with the skin of the neck and doesn't look like it can be removed. Your mother, Helga, is we've been here for so long. We're so glad you found us. We are so sorry. And she just breaks down and starts crying. Your father steps up to the bars. Matty, all right?
Father.
Right, girls? Looking well?
I've got a horse now. This is the Contessa.
I love that's the first thing you say. I've got a horse now.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do to stop it. This is the Contessa.
That's all right. I like horses, all right?
Yes.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
that.
Been all right?
Oh, well,
Just like the most nonchalant dad thing ever. And she's just like, oh, Cadwick, stop. And like, she is still crying. And yeah, they're like, okay, we haven't left the cell for a few days. We don't know how to get out, but thank you. It's good to see you. Where's Onkle? Is my brother still with you?
Kip's got a hell of a laugh on him, I tell you.
Yeah, for a little guy who really could go for it. Uncle didn't make it.
Did you not make the climb?
No, he made the climb after causing some structural damage, breaking a weapon. But no, he... I'm gonna be real straight with you. He was ripped apart by ghouls viscerally before us. The man who's raised us for the last 20 years. And what was that, like 2 hours ago? 3 at a push?
Still quite raw.
It's quite fresh.
There's like a moment of sadness in his eyes. You see that. So he would have wanted to go. As Helga is like, you have the emotional range of a brick. We haven't seen you, did you say 20 years?
Yeah.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen daylight in... I don't know how long it's been, but... It's easy to lose track of time. And it wasn't through choice, I promise you this.
Do they look 20 years older?
I mean, you can give me... that sounds like a medicine check or a... I would allow a history check because of dwarven culture and history.
Alrighty. And it is 16.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely look more aged. They look a bit thinner than last you saw them or last you remember them. Their skin is just like heavily wrinkled, especially around the eyes, like heavy bags under their eyes. Their hands are like, you can tell that maybe a few days ago they were bleeding profusely, but now have sort of like somewhat healed. And you see like the scabs around the fingertips and like nails that have pulled back have turned black and are like back to healing and stuff. But they definitely, they look like your parents and they look a bit older. Dwarves age a lot slower than things like humans and stuff, but being dwarves, I think you would know that. Kip, that horse just... It's giving you the side eye, man.
Me?
Yeah, just that horse is just like...
Stop it. The Contessa nuzzles Kip fondly.
It whispers, no one will believe you. I'm the bad guy. But no, you see them in this cell, and, some tears are shed, and, your father isn't an emotional dwarf. He is, in fact, quite far from it. But you can see, even in his own way, is relieved to see you and saddened by the news of Onkle. Helga is, beside herself with both this ambivalent feeling of happiness to see her children, but also, the fact that she can't get out to hug you or can't get out to see you guys.
Can I go over to the bars? And I think Arabella's kind of, because she was very young when they left, so she doesn't really remember what they look like even, but she kind of really shyly just puts her hand to the bar. She's got also almost made this like circlet kind of thing, and this is probably one of the nicest things that she's made, and it's like kind of just really lovely, like lush green vines that she's kind of preserved with some kind of, I don't know, tree resin. I don't know. UV
Insert crafting things.
UV tree resin. She's secure in the sun. And she's kind of woven like anything like that is kind of precious that she's found. She has kind of woven it into this just gorgeous circlet. And kind of not even looking her mum in the eye, she kind of like puts it through the bars. And it's like, it's nice to meet you. I've I've made you this. I hope you like it.
And Helga will approach the bars and she takes it gently in the palm of her hand. She looks over it. She just smiles. Our little Smith. And
Here we fucking go.
Bonnie.
How dare
Sorry,
you take
I'm
this
sorry.
message from me?
and is this the Countessa?
This is the Contessa.
I love her.
Yeah, well.
And
you
Matty,
should.
you look so strong.
Well, I've been working out, haven't I?
And
Of course I fucking had to.
and who's this?
I'm Kip.
Hello, Kip. I'm Helga.
Hello.
Thank you for helping my children find us. Are you from Lightwell as well?
No.
I presume that you got our message.
Yeah, Uncle did when he was fishing.
He loved to fish, that man.
Really loved to fish.
He was never any good at it.
No.
Nobody loved it so much.
He did love it so much.
And he was getting better.
Yeah, he caught the ball.
Was he?
You don't know you weren't there for the last 20 years.
You're right, we weren't. And I'm so sorry.
Did you even find what you were looking for?
We did until we were captured here.
By
we,
who?
This mage, we don't even know their name, but they have been forcing us to work on a construct of theirs for however long it's been now. We have, and she like grabs this like collar around her neck. If we leave this place or try, this will end us. And we only recently, in the past few days, had an opportunity to try and send that message to Lightwell, hoping that the river here would lead back to town. I imagine it did since you were here.
Onkle was the one that found it.
We just want to go home. We just want to be with you back at home.
Yeah, I'd like to put my feet up for a bit. Be nice to see the old haunts. Maybe go to the Frothy Ale.
Yeah, they've really perfected the froth. Actually, it's really good now. But, yeah.
Well, less dilly-dallying, I think.
He gets out from his bag some thieves' tools.
I could try to get them out.
Really good idea, Kip. Thanks.
Is there a keyhole?
There is.
Okay.
If you would like to make the sleight of hand check. And as you do that, I think this mage wants to unleash this construct on the village, on the town.
Right.
Oh, I mean, there's actual stakes. God.
23. Thank you very much. And as like she says that, you hear this like tink of a lock being expertly picked, and the door of the cell creeps open.
Tails wagging.
Kip did good.
This big dwarven hand pats you on the head. That's a good boy.
I think Arabella's looking like expectantly, as if to be like,
Hi, baby.
"Here's my pat on the head."
Your
In her head,
mum,
she's just like,
your mum will come out and she just embraces you and pulls you all in for like a hug, including you, Kip. Just thank you. We either need to leave here or we need to warn the town, or I don't know. And she's just embracing you so tightly.
Too hard.
Oh, we could do it. I know the spell. No.
Well, that's one step. But now we have to do something about them collars.
Yeah, no, because you're not going anywhere while you're like that.
Dispel magic.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I actually have it
Dispel
prepared.
magic.
I actually
Thieves'
have
tools.
dispel. I actually have dispel magic. Yeah,
We do both.
could try it.
Let me have a look.
And I climb up one of the dwarfs. Just And I have a closer look at the collars to see if they actually have a keyhole.
Okay, so give me an investigation check, please.
Oh, yeah. That's 19 plus 5.
Oh.
There is no keyhole. This is one solid, thick metal band, and it is fused to the skin.
Oh, no.
You don't think this is done through burning or through anything. You don't see like scarred tissue. It looks like part of their own skin has been transmuted into this collar.
It's beyond me.
Okay.
I mean, could I do like an Arcana check on that
Absolutely.
collar? Yeah.
Roll real low.
Me? Never. I would never.
Who would do such a thing?
The prophecies have been foretold.
Nat 1, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't the two sisters work together and then give her advantage?
My Arcana is shit.
Oh, that would be a 4.
Enough, isn't it?
I mean, you've never seen a spell like this. This is something new or very alien to yourself. It definitely has a tinge of magic to it, but you're not sure what it is. If you had like detect magic or identify, maybe.
No.
What
no,
does
I
the
don't.
wizard hat have?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's fantasy Google it.
I believe it allows you to cast a cantrip that's not on your wizard spell list.
That it do.
It also acts as a focus, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
I don't know what that means.
I don't.
But there must be more around here we haven't looked at.
Mother, father, do you have any knowledge of the arcane?
No, but it was this mage who put this on us. It's one of the first things they did once we were captured. They spent a few hours to incant this, and our necks literally turned to metal.
Should we kill him?
Don't kill me.
I mean, we could. No, that would be weird.
She's at it again.
Dad, I meant the maid.
I'm going to just come to see you.
Listen, Daddy. One thing you've got to know about Arabella, she has a bit of a penchant for accidentally knifing family. We hope accidentally, but, you know.
That's your father's trait too. He had a habit of swinging his warhammer everywhere and not really caring who he hit. It runs in the family, don't
so
worry,
it's
dear.
genetic.
I think Arabella, she doesn't say anything, but she's very much like got that kind of almost like her face goes really flushed and red because she's just like brimming with pride. That, like, just somehow she's got the trait of her dad, even though he hasn't properly raised her. But that she's compartmentalizing that.
She's good at that, isn't she?
D&D for childhood trauma. But
I mean, we could. I suppose we want to try and get this mage to take it off you.
I guess we haven't seen them for. It's probably been a week now. Maybe it's hard to tell time actually. So it's been many sleeps now, and usually we would be put to work, but.
So is this normal for them to not be here for a week?
No, we finished work on this construct that they wanted us to help build.
Right.
And the wine bottle that we sent the message in was almost like an arrogant gift from them. They said that we had helped them complete their life's work, and we were rewarded with some better bread and cheeses and this wine, and then locked back in our cell. And luckily, before we were put back in, I was able to get a message out into the river.
Did you say cheeses?
Yeah, I still have a...
And you see that, like, Helga pulls out, like, it's like the smallest corner of a very mature, almost blue cheddar. And, I mean, you can have it if you want.
Ding, 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 ding. I just see him running in slow motion, drool just slathering down his chin, and he dives for this cheese. He grabs it and he rolls into a ball, and like some sort of like hungry orphan, he's just wide-eyed, like it's a drug or something.
Cheese!
I had some rations if you were that hungry, mate.
Did they have cheese in them?
No.
She's like, I'm a fan of cheese then. But no, we haven't seen them since then, and we heard the constructs maybe asleep 2 sleeps ago begin to leave this place.
Brilliant.
Right.
So what you're saying is we're fucking late.
I don't know, but they reveled in the fact that we were from Lightwell and that we were their prisoner. They reveled in the fact that they would have this control over us, and they were furious in their arcane might in trying to get this golem finished.
How big is this golem that you created?
Have you seen the chamber through the bars?
Mm-hmm. Rather large.
It filled the chamber.
Oh my.
It was at least 100 foot tall.
Brilliant.
Gonna need a bigger horse. Sorry, Contessa.
We're gonna need a bigger horse. But you see, like, you hear that and you start to piece together these, like, platforms and these arcane cranes. It's very feasible that something of that structure. You think about the Golem book, you think about, like, them taking these little pieces and, like, working on little facets of them individually and, like, how to imbue different things to them. And yeah, it's like, there's potential that you could build a golem that big. Like a literal walking statue.
Right. We must get to work, I think.
Okay.
Time is of the essence.
Yep.
Research this last room that we haven't been in yet.
Sure, yeah.
See what's
fine.
there.
Cool.
All right.
Doors and corners.
Let's go.
Yep.
Okay, so where are you heading next?
To that last room at the end of the
last
corridor.
room.
At the very top of the map.
Number 4, as you put it.
Number 4.
Yes.
So you head up, and there's no door on this particular. Well, it's not a cell. You see a small fireplace to the east lays dormant, and a comfy but ancient cot lies next to it, maybe around 3 foot long. There's a desk in the center of the room with parchment and old quill and ink pots long since dried up. This place is long since abandoned. This office maybe once belonged to a prison guard or warden, but you definitely get a sense that this is, a warden's office.
Any papers available for reading?
They are. Can you give me an investigation check, please?
I can do that.
Can I have a look around the room for
I can't
anything else
promise
that
to
might
be
be
very
like
good at it.
keys or
Yeah, I think I'll join you in that.
something useful?
Give me an investigation check. You can either make it yourselves or you can one-aid the other one. I assume you're doing the same thing, Kit?
No, I'm gonna watch the corridor. I'm gonna keep guard.
Perception check, please.
I got a natural 20
I rolled an 8.
for a 25 in total.
15 for my investigation.
15 investigation, natural 20
Yes,
for an investigation.
25 in total.
25.
I'm clever.
And an 8 for you for the papers.
An 8 for
And
an 8.
15 for my perception.
And a 15 for perception. Okay, so a couple of things. We're going to find a... There is a few different papers on the desk for you, Bonnie. As you're reading through them, like, you're a bit more heavy-handed than I think you expect to be, and you end up, like, breaking some of this older, damp paper. You do see that there is written onto this logbook almost is, in the last few sections, is like a list of names. And you can see maybe there's one that says Gseng, which is G-S-E-N-G, the Emberlight Cell 1. There's a few bits missing, and then it says taken for investigation from the Ifrit, original crime treason. Shah, fallen herald of the Four Winds. Cell 1, fell to entropy, became something more. Ralph Bobbitt, Cell 3, bandit of Lightwell and Raven's Perch trespasser. These names are the start of a very long list a list that goes on, but as we get closer to the modern day pages become blank, and there is no mention of black helms or even dwarves being here. There is, however, nearer the blank pages a note made next to the word cell 2. You can't make out with that check what it says. Maybe it's scrawled a bit too haphazardly
It's a
for
cursive. I can't read cursive.
You see a name on a small, what was once probably like maybe part of a uniform or part of something, maybe part of a shirt that's been left over as a rag of some kind for somebody else, and it just says Keymaster Glorp.
Gorb, glorb, gorb, gorb.
For the people looking around the rest of the room, instantly by the fire and the cart, you find a hook on the wall with a ring of keys on them that has 3 keys. You also find it's like a small lightning bolt sigil that as you pick up, you feel is very, very imbued with arcane energy. It is essentially, I will let you know because you already have the boon, a emblem that gives you immunity to lightning damage.
Ooh.
That's good.
But you don't find much else.
Can I have someone help me reading the papers, please?
I can read some.
I mean, maybe everyone can have a look at it because I can't.
I'll give it a go. Maybe this little headband will help
Yeah,
me
you've
out.
got the cool band now.
Yeah, you can give me an intelligence check.
23.
Whoa!
Okay, you actually managed to make out the words that are missing, and you see that this is a log of prisoners that have been in here for a long period of time, and it's starting with like the Kaseng the Ember Light, Tashar the Fallen Herald of the Four Winds, so on and so forth. Until you get to the more modern ones where it appears that there are less and less prisoners. Again, you don't see the mention of like the Black Helm clan, you don't see the mention of your parents, but you do see that where it says next to Cell 2, test of the arcane trap in Cell 2 remains incomplete. Safety enchantments have been placed by the Master. Should the lever be pulled, just let the arcane timer run out. Nothing bad should happen to you.
Interesting. Some sort of arcane enchantment. Let it run out.
Should we just pull it and see what happens?
Jack wants to. If you think we should, then sure.
I don't know if we should, but
We could.
we could. Parents, what do you think? You've been here longer than we have.
Minus being moved from our cell back upstairs and then back down the other stairs into the working chambers. That is the only thing we've seen of this place. How long we've been here. I would just want to go home, but I also want this gone. Do you think that's the kind of thing that will get this gone?
I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know.
Do we have to find the mage who did this?
I think so.
I think so, and kill them.
And yeah, and stop the big golem from crashing like well.
Because there won't be any home.
Exactly.
I think we know that there is a goblin who bought us food. We think they worked in the kitchens, maybe. They would know where this mage is, but maybe also where they would reside, but...
They don't really like us.
No.
We've met them briefly. They went up that tower, didn't they?
The spiral staircase.
Yeah, we didn't go that far.
No.
We've not been there.
Maybe we have to.
I think that's where they are.
We've been down.
We've
not
Time
up.
to go up.
We've been there. We've come away.
Yeah.
And now we will return.
It's what we do.
We've done what we've always done.
We've attacked this place to the best of our Black Helm ability. We've gone to a place, gone away from it, and then gone back again.
Your dad's like, we should have had a map.
We did.
We did.
Do you not read it?
We did.
We did.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, maybe if we'd have a parent around over the last 20 years to teach us map reading skills, we'd be better.
He just turns to Helga. He's like, I think they're talking to you.
These are complex emotions we're trying to process.
Are we going to pull the lever then?
Oh, God, it's so tempting, Kip.
I mean,
Kip, don't
you
do
do
it.
it, Kip, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pull the lever.
So you're going into cell 2, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm like reaching up this giant lever because he just about.
Pull the lever, Kip.
Okay. Anybody else going in there?
Wrong lever. You have a contestant, no.
I'm not going in.
I'm
that
not
room.
going
No, we
anywhere
stay
near that.
outside.
Go on, Kip.
Off your trot.
Pull it.
Okay,
Do your best, mate.
I'll do anything for my new family.
Listen, we're dead inside now, Kit. That's not going to work on us.
That didn't sound.
Yeah, kid, pull that lever.
Okay. Keep me scared.
Okay, as soon as you pull the lever, the cell door slams shut. You immediately hear the sound of moving stone from the ceiling above you. It's like, and the ceiling looks like it is coming down towards you. You have 1 minute to tell me what you're doing.
I'll reset the lever.
Okay, you push the lever, the sound retracts slightly and then starts again. And you have 1 minute again as magical 60 seconds, like the number 60, pops up in front of you and starts counting down 59, 58, 57.
I'll pull it again.
Okay, it resets.
Right, what kind of door has come across the entrance to this room?
Is it barred? Can you
Yeah.
you're quite small, so can you slip through it?
It resets.
Cool.
Can you help get me out? I
What,
think
what
I'm
kind of door are
resetting
we
it.
dealing with here? Has it got a keyhole or is it just straight bars?
It's just straight bars. You pull the lever again, it resets.
It said just let
Right.
the timer run out in the paper, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
But I get
but
squashed.
that's quite literally moving.
It
Yeah,
resets.
but what if it's an illusion?
I see, it does say nothing should happen.
Just give it a go.
It resets.
Oh, Kip, I'm so sorry.
You see the ceiling coming down closer and closer and closer. It resets. The ceiling goes back to its original place. It starts coming down again. It resets. And every time you're resetting it, that clock goes down to 50, 49, 48. You reset it, and once more, the ceiling goes back to the top and then starts coming down again.
Help me.
Haven't you got thieves' tools?
Okay.
There is no keyhole on the lock of the door.
There's no keyhole.
I really do think you've just got to let it run out.
Has anybody got a rod or anything? Something hard.
Don't say that to Steph. She'll make an erection joke.
Somebody, quarter staff, anything.
We've got a dagger, is that long enough?
No.
Stop it.
The ceiling is now about halfway down the room, and an elf would be stooping.
Right, here, have the dagger.
You reset.
what are you doing with it?
I think it's just let it go.
The ceiling's
easy for us to
reset to the
say.
top and it's coming back down again. You feel the rumbling, you hear the noise.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Right.
Every time you reset, it just keeps going back to the 60 seconds.
Just let it run out.
Can I kind of read through that sort of statement about the room again?
I assume you're just going to continuously press it every time it gets down.
Just keep re-saying it. I just need to look at this, quick.
Okay.
Matt goes to the instruction manual. Test 2 of the arcane trap in cell 2 remains incomplete. Safety enchantments have been placed by the master should the lever be pulled. Just let the arcane timer run out. Nothing bad should happen to you.
See, I hate that word, should. Right.
Kip, just let it run out. The book says that nothing bad will happen to you.
I know it looks like it's moving, but
For podcast listeners, I literally have a timer here.
But the ceiling.
I know.
I think you'll be fine. I think it's a test of. I think it's a test of courage.
Right.
If I get,
It's for the
Just-
Lord
right,
of the
okay.
Spoons.
Throw the dagger up to the ceiling.
if I get squashed, remember me.
Throw something at the ceiling, because it might not be real.
He starts throwing stuff.
What do you throw at the ceiling? 30 seconds left.
a costume.
You throw this like cloth, this like costume at the ceiling. 40 seconds gone by.
Perfume.
And it's getting to like dwarven height now, and it bounces back off it as if it was coming down
Right,
at
that's
that
real.
height.
Okay.
10,
Right.
9.
Have you got
8,
faith?
7,
No,
6,
remember
5,
me.
4, 3,
Kip.
2, 1.
Oh
As
no.
the ceiling
Oh,
comes
no.
down, you feel the pressure upon you as your bones
Get
and
out.
your body begin to get squashed. You all watch. You're like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Have I done again? Remember me.
Just thought it would be fine. Just thought it would be fine.
Well, at least we get to keep all the platinum now.
As the ceiling comes down, you guys watch as this like block of stone is just slowly going down. And Kip, and he's like looking at you, just like trust. And as it comes down, Kip, your world turns black as you feel your bones begin to crush in on themselves. But the rest of you feel that stone make contact with the floor. And Kip appears next to you.
See?
He's fine.
This is what happens when you trust us, Kib. Everything's fine.
How did it feel?
It's weird because you felt like the pressure was there. You felt like you were collapsing in on yourself. Then all of a sudden, everything goes black, and you're like, "That's it. It's over. Like I'm dead." And you just appear in the space next to the door, like the cell door, and you are fine. You haven't taken any damage. You are. I mean, it's probably pretty traumatic.
Some mental damage.
I think I go over and give him a nice pat on the head. Stoically.
You have some strong faith, boy.
I don't want to press any more buttons and levers.
But you did so well.
I'm gonna go into like my my basically preparedness kit and bring out a spoon and a bit of cheese. The Lord of the Spoons recognizes your worth, Kip.
Oh, I feel better now.
There we go.
Nice
In
work,
this-
Bonnie.
So easy.
In this moment, you look towards Kip, and then as soon as you look back to the room, that block is gone, the room is reset, and the cell door is open again.
Let's not. Please.
What on earth is the point of that
Why?
fucking
Yeah,
room?
what? Traumatized prisoners?
I mean,
I mean, yeah.
well, then something's incomplete. Maybe it's.
Was
there's a
intended to squish
safety.
things.
But I mean, anyone could squish something. But it's that Kip was there, and now he's here.
Ooh,
a
could it transport you
teleport?
somewhere else if it worked properly?
I have an idea of what it could be. Maybe it doesn't kill organics, but does kill constructs. Maybe it's to squash parts down.
Maybe it's just incomplete, like the text says.
That's true.
Honestly, Dad, sometimes Matty just reads so much into stuff sometimes.
That's your mum's trait.
Hang on a minute. I've been called out.
She does that a lot.
Yeah, it's sweating the little things, isn't it?
Can we leave this room behind now, please?
Wake up, eat some breakfast, go sleep, done.
Kill some goblins, chuck some hay, finished.
Why are you overthinking it?
Exactly.
Right, let's forget about this room, shall we?
Maybe we should.
I should have just killed you for the fun of it.
Kept still shaking as he walked down the hallway.
Right.
Are we going to try the spiral staircase upwards, see if we can find the little gobbo to the Majo?
I don't think Kip can walk.
Oh, you're fine.
Do you want to
Dad.
ride the
You're
Contessa?
Yes.
There you go, I can like plop you up onto the Contessa.
Yeah, I think we should go up there.
good. Yeah.
Because clearly the construct's not here.
Though.
So we need to find out where.
Might have a good view to see if it's, destroying our home.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm actually fucking sweating.
Jeez.
I love that
Sweating
trap.
here. get out.
Right.
The best thing is, like, if you'd have pulled that before going to the end, I was like, someone's going to do it, right? Someone's going to pull that lever before going to the end of the cell. But no, you guys were smart dungeoneers.
We finally.
For once in this campaign so far, you were smart about something. Your mother turns around and is like, I don't know how much use we're going to be fighting, but obviously we also don't want to be a hindrance.
Are you leaving us again?
Sorry, once more?
Don't worry, it was just emotionally wrecking for you.
I said, are you leaving us again?
No, we're with you every step of the way. We don't want to get you hurt if we're no good in a fight. I mean,
And you can see they're like malnourished. They are, you know, they're not looking their best. And I think they're just trying to say, these NPCs aren't helping you out.
We could leave them in the DILF room.
But are you guys making your way towards the stairwell and towards...
Yeah, we're just discussing whether we leave Mum and Dad or whether we leave you in the DILF room.
There is a slight issue.
The lightning.
Oh, the
thunder.
lightning.
Exactly.
But didn't the tree that we met tell us that they could get through, they'd passed through it before?
Oh, through the storm gate?
Yeah.
Yeah, these somehow allow us
There you
to
go.
pass through the storm gate.
See? I don't need a band of magic smarts to be smart.
Well, I do, all right?
I am sorry, I've got a lot of big emotions and I didn't mean them to deflect at you. I'm really sorry.
It's really helped me out.
Oh, Matty, I just want to say I'm really proud that you haven't had a drink in like 2 hours and I think you're doing really well on it.
You got a drink, have you?
No, Daddy doesn't. And it's a good thing that he doesn't. You know, we've just been through so much together, it's true, and now I don't know what to do about it. I love you guys.
Kip's not sure about this family.
Arabella cannot handle that Bonnie is like breaking apart right now. She's just like, oh no. My support system.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah, should we go just leave him in the hot gold
Yeah, they
room?
should have a nice time in there.
Yeah, you'll love it. There's a really
Yeah.
nice satisfaction in there.
He's very attractive.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay. We're gonna go home.
Sure.
Yep.
Bury my face in the contestant's mane.
We make our way back to the spiral staircase.
Okay, looking at the map, can you tell me which way you're going, please?
Oh God.
Well,
Through the DILF room.
we want to go through the DILF room.
Okay.
Leave Mum and Dad
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Do we then want to go through the armory without touching anything?
Well, if you want, I think last time we went through the tree room.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
directly to that big circle room, the bottom right, which I think is where the spiral
So,
staircase was.
you actually went into what is technically room 21, which is so
Yeah.
past the tree room, there was like a archway with a curtain. You
Yes.
were thinking about going into that room, but you ended up going all the way around on
Yeah.
what you called safe terrain, I think, to basically be like, we've already been this way, we don't know what's through these two rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
But that is a more direct route to go through those two rooms. Just putting it out there.
We just go with the familiar route that we
Yeah,
have
at
been.
this
think so.
point, yeah. If we're going to have to do something about, you know, a big magic man and a 100-foot golem, then yeah, probably.
Yep. Yep.
We'll go the safe route, please,
Yeah.
DM, that we've already been through the kitchens.
Take the most dangerous route possible.
No, Ian.
No.
That's not what we said.
We normally do anyway. And then we go back
True.
to it again.
Yes. Exactly. So you getting it?
You're one of us.
So, you make your way back around through essentially the god room, this deity statue room. You leave your mummy and papi there, and
Mummy and Pappy.
Mommy and Papi.
your dad like sees the statue. He's like, "Yeah, I could take him." And your mum's like, "Oh." You leave him there. It's not bad.
It's the eye patch, isn't it?
Eye patches. Oh.
It's their long hair.
Hair and eye patch.
The whole package.
What a combo.
Shoulders.
Shoulders.
Oh, good shoulder.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a good shoulder?
Fucking hell. Can we move on?
Give us this bonding moment.
I thought we'd already had it. Actually.
We've got 20 years to catch up on.
You end up leaving them there, and you make your way back through the armory room, and then are you going through the dining room, or are you going to take the room beneath that?
Dining,
yeah.
Cool. Back
Safe.
through safe bets.
Safe.
You go all the way through there, and you have to make your way back through the kitchen again.
Yeah.
Where you see all of these hanging carcasses. You see like these dirty dishes, these plates, these like stepping stools for this that you saw this goblin had to get onto before to kind of work the kitchen. And you move your way down to the archway in the bottom right corner, and you move around past another doorway and into this circular room.
Up we go.
Up them stairs.
It's a
the stairs we
large
go.
circular room, 35 foot in diameter. However, it's clearly the base of a very tall tower. And as you look up, you can see this probably climbs around 70 feet up, and you've seen this goblin running up there. The circumference of which is this staircase that is lit with torches every 20 or so feet. The torches themselves don't seem to burn with fire. They seem to burn with just some kind of like bluish arcane light. There are 4 entrances around this room on the level that you are at. There is the one that you've come through to the north, one immediately to the west, which would have taken you back through one of the rooms that would have adjoined to the tree room. There is a door immediately to the east, and there is one to the south, which looks slightly bent, like towards you in this room, like something hit it on the other side. And then you have the stairwell that goes up.
Stairwell.
Stairs.
Okay. You begin to make your way up the stairs. And it's interesting because the higher you climb with every step, it feels like a trudge. It feels like the air itself seems to pick up some kind of atmosphere, and it's almost like you all become heavier as you go up. It's not enough to cause any conditions or cause any effects, but it is harder and harder to make your way to the top of this stairwell, where eventually you find a door. And it is a very ornate door. It is made of this most beautiful dark wood. It has this like gold and blue filigree on it. And you can see that the filigree makes up little crows. And then there is like a crescent moon and a star in the center of the door. And it's like the star itself is, one moment you look at it gold, but then the next minute you look at it and it's like looking into an endless starscape.
I think Arabella immediately just touches it because she's just so drawn in by what she kind of... It's almost like... Is it kind of more detailed than the night sky that she's used to? Like, is it kind of more like sparkly, or is it just kind of...
No, it's like looking at the night sky.
Yeah, I think she definitely just goes and
you
touches
touch it,
yeah.
and it's cold to the touch. And you're like, it's interesting because like even as you're going to touch it, it's like as light catches it in different ways, it's gold, and then it's back to like that night sky, and it's this very, you can tell there's some kind of illusion on it, and it's just beautiful. It's just very, very high arcane beauty, and you know, you get close to it and you look in. I mean, give me a perception check.
And then the ceiling starts coming down.
And a timer appears in the room. Contestant, you have 30 seconds. This is a mystery game.
Your turn.
Yeah, that's a nat 1 again for another...
dear.
Well, that's a total of 4.
Yeah, you look.
Spicy.
You look into the vast, and it is just endless stars. It's so beautiful, but it's hard to make out any constellations. You can't tell, you know, what's going on really with it, but it is beautiful.
It's a bloody nice door, this.
It was a nice door. So, does it seem like it might be magically sealed or trapped?
Can I do an Arcana check, or is that cheeky?
No, because you said about this particular thing, so you can do an Arcana check on the door. Anybody else want to do anything in this moment?
Ooh.
I think this is totally out of Mathias' wheelhouse.
Yeah. It's a door. It's too much.
That is a 21.
21. It doesn't seem like magically trapped or magically locked. It just seems like it has this amazing, beautiful
illusory magic on it.
Thieves' tools?
Oh, can we?
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. I mean, does it have a lock?
You don't see a lock.
No.
Can I just push it to see if it just opens or?
Push the door and it begins to
Slowly,
open.
Yeah.
And God damn it, it's too easy.
These bloody doors again.
Back down we go.
Beat your straw.
And it really is the easiest door in this entire thing that you've opened. It quite literally just opens.
Kip did it. Yay.
Good job, Kit.
Thank you.
Do you want to go in first?
Okay.
Step across the threshold.
Arabella's
Anybody
just
else?
like. You do you, boo.
You step into this like ornate circular room. You can like sense the ozone around. And anybody else stepping in, or is it just throw Kip in, close the door?
I think now that I've seen Kip just really confidently going, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
just stand.
I will
stand
follow
back a bit?
closely behind.
So the topmost chamber of this wizard's tower is a breathtaking fusion of ancient mysticism and raw elemental power. Just going to grab that. Circular in shape, and the room is entirely encased by tall, arched windows. Their glass is streaked with the relentless rain and illuminated in flashes by the furious lightning storm outside. Each bolt of lightning crackles across the darkened sky, briefly casting eerie shadows that dance across the stone walls, which are lined with intricate arcane etchings that pulse faintly with stored energy. In the very center of this chamber stands the heart of the wizard's power. An imposing arcane device, a towering construct of gleaming metal, crystalline conduits, and humming runes. And suspended above the floor by intricate metallic arms, a massive crystal core crackles with raw energy, glowing with electrical light as it is absorbing the fury of the storm outside. This device extends spindly rune-etched rods through openings in the roof, drawing lightning down into the core with every strike. Each impact sends shimmering arcs of power racing across the device and into a girthy rod feeding into a network of enchanted conduits carved into the floor. That was just for her. For podcast listeners, she went on the word girthy.
It was girthy rod.
Literally put that in there. I put that girthy rod in there for
Do
you.
you know what? If I were a dude doing OnlyFans content, that would be my name. Girthy
Rod.
Rod.
With the proper mustache and everything.
Yeah.
The air hums with electric tension, thick with the scent of ozone, and faint thrumming fills the room. Despite the room's chaotic energy, there is an undeniable order to its construction. Every window, every rune, every mechanism aligned perfectly. To channel the storm's might into the wizard's ever-growing reservoir of arcane power and down into some chamber maybe in the bowels of this castle. It is both a place of peril and wonder, where magic and the fury of nature intertwine in a mesmerizing dance of raw energy. And standing, facing out of the window, their back to you, a humanoid figure. Tall and draped in robes of deep violet and black, their presence heavy with an air of quiet menace. They turn, and their face bears the ghost of a past cataclysmic lightning strike of some kind that should have ended their life, you think, but instead has transformed them in some way. These jagged scars, pale as moonlight, carve across their skin like cracks in porcelain, shimmering faintly with residual magic. The scar pulse, flickering with veins of arcane energy, an echo of the storm that once tried to claim them, and not too dissimilar to the storm outside. Their eyes, once ordinary, now gleam with an unnatural light, shifting between deep storm grey and the eerie glow of trapped lightning. Their hair, dark with streaks of white, carries the scent of ozone lingering, a lingering reminder of the storm's touch. The air around this room feels charged, subtly humming with unstable energy, flickers of static arc between the fingers of this mage when they gesture as you come in. And that's probably where we'll end this session.
Oh, what a cliffy.
Thank you so much to the people that were here tonight, and for those of you listening on the podcast,
we now have contact with some arcanist here within the Raven's Perch, and we will find out what happens next month.
And I'm not dead.
Yeah.
and Tom, give it up for Tommy, everyone.
I'm not dead this week.
He's not fucking dead. He's not. No, thank you so much to you guys that are here. I've had a blast, and we'll be back next month to see how they're going to kick the crap out of this guy. Thank you so much. We've been Dragonborn Industries. May the dice gods be ever in your favour. Take it easy, guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Cheers.